just literally removing as much material as
you were digging in, baby, on the gel coat. So, yo, good day, guys. Welcome to another episode of the RoadFS Detail Bookie Podcast, where we interview amazing people, whether they're detail business owners, vendor suppliers, just fun, interesting people. And today we have kind of all in one because we're talking boats.
Yep.
So welcome, Ken. So our guest today is Ken Mercer from
Appreciate
Starke Yacht Care. We're super excited to have you on board.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
You know, we have a lot of detailers in our circle that love Starke products. And we're like, you know, we got to get Ken on board. So
yeah. So you are in Florida, Floridian.
Yep. I'm down here in the hot weather, like you guys like to say it, where it makes your butt sweat, right? Isn't that what you said earlier before we started?
It's Rod's favorite.
Oh, that's my favorite.
It is Rod's favorite.
I was down in Jacksonville during the hurricane a couple of years ago, and I was
Which one?
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but I assumed at that point I had died and gone straight to hell because the air didn't move. You just sort of sat there, and you know, people could like vape or smoke and then get a second hit off of that same thing because it just sat there. So you know, it was nice. Nasty. But we did have we were in Rashid Baker's shop there in Jacksonville, and he had a bunch of the Starke products on there, and I've had the opportunity to watch some trainings before, but I'd never actually used them until that time. So how long have you been building or creating the Starke lineup?
So I came aboard, and again, let me start off this whole thing with we can't and we would not be here without my business partner, you know, my mentor, the man, myth, the legend, John Watkins. Okay, so he's the guy that is really behind the scenes, that is doing everything and holding this together and growing it. Just to kind of give everybody a background. The brand in itself started off about 2015, so fairly young in the world of abrasives and ceramics and things like that we specialize in. And it really was started by some top tier detailers on the East Coast of Florida in the yachting world. Okay. And we already talked about Florida, right? So we're based out of Florida, and the thing that comes along with Florida is heat, humidity. And as most of us know, marine detailers don't have the luxury of most of you automotive guys and gals out there that are working in AC and things like that. So, you know, marine detailers struggle as a whole dealing with, you know, harsh environments, right? And getting products to perform in the environment that we are working in. So during that time frame, essentially this group of top tier detailers that specialized in sport fishes and sports fish boats and yachts. I'm talking, you know, big substrates, y'all, not your 25-foot bay boat that we're all used to, or wake boat, or wherever you may be. We're talking about a lot of fiberglass that they gotta come across. Essentially wrapped their arms around a chemist that said, hey, you know, I can help you, and took feedback from the field and, you know, started tweaking formulas. From there, the original owners were better detailers than they were business people. Let's put it to you that way, right? So you got to be, to run a successful business, you have to be a smart business person as well. And essentially that's where my partner, John, acquired the company. And from there, he's a good business person. Not only is he a fantastic detailer, he actually started his own ceramic coating, marine ceramic coating, saw a hole in the industry where majority of the time years ago, and we all know that, you know, ceramics were professional grade only. That was the only way you were going to get your hands on it years ago. And he saw that gap and literally created a company called Marine Nano Shop back in the day, where it actually gave DIYers the ability to get their hands on ceramics. So that's kind of how he formed his relationship with the original owners, or the original people that started the brand, because he actually was a customer buying their abrasives prior to the ceramic coating side. And then from there, like I said, John has a degree in finance from FGCU, and he's a very smart business person, and took what the brand was essentially missing and added it, right? Then
Yeah.
from there, a little bit time later, brought me in, and I brought my knowledge from the automotive sector. So I spent 20 years in automotive retail, as well as briefly we just spoke. I'm a charter captain too, so I'm very familiar with the marine world. And I've always, one of my first jobs was in the detailing space too, like when I first got going. Now, it wasn't marine, it was automotive, like most of us get started. You guys remember an automotive brand called Saturn back in the day?
Oh, yeah, he had a Saturn. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, don't tell anybody. Okay. But that kind of dates where I got started. So I guess I'm kind of showing my age a little bit there, right?
Yeah.
But I started off my career detailing for a company called Saturn. So essentially took the knowledge that John had business wise, the knowledge that I have gained from being in the automotive sector, the marine sector, the detailing world, and this is really where what you see. And it's not just us. Like, this whole thing has everything to do with just the guy and gals that are in the back packaging packages, answering the phones. Like, we make sure that we deliver the best customer service in the marine space, period, bar
Yeah.
none. Like, there's probably going to be many people that are on watching this going, I've talked to him on the phone. He spent an hour on the phone with me. And the same thing goes for, we brought in Jason Brennan. I don't know if you guys are familiar who Jason Brennan is, but I mean, he spent a lot of time at RoadFS and Lake Country, and, decided to come along and work side by side with me to, help grow this thing. And essentially that's really where we are at this moment.
Yep. So then we're getting a lot of comments from the marine guys, and I'm noticing a trend. If you think about marine guys, Mike's Marine Care, Nathan Warren, and Rashid Baker for three of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the gal we had on last week, with
Angela.
Angela. Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Angela Gilman. Like, who we have on?
Yeah. So
Angela Gilman.
here's the and that was 2 weeks ago, I guess. But here's the thing is, you were mentioning feedback, and I would guarantee you that just those four people were never shy about feedback. In fact, Rashid's got some right here. Here's some feedback from Rashid currently. He never calls me back. Yeah, no.
That is a lie.
That's a lie.
No, so I think that's one of the things.
Rashid, your nose just grew like 10 inches, bro.
So I think the key to that is that's the same with any business. That's one of those universal things about business. If you're not getting feedback, negative, positive, or anything, you've got to go out and figure out how to get that feedback, because a lot of people are not going to tell you when something's wrong, right? I may get your product, and I noticed that in the dry humidity of Idaho, it's like it dries out. Let's just say, pretend. Right? Oh, it dries out. If I don't say anything, you don't know that. And so you can't reformulate that for a different environment. Whereas I know when I've been there with Rashid, or some of the people that were at those trainings, Rain Albertson and Kyle Bennett, and some of the guys that really hammer down on some, like you said, some large substrates. I mean, we're not. Oh yeah. You're not talking about tiny little runabouts here. We're We're large boats.
Yeah, big.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
40 feet and bigger.
40 feet and bigger. Yeah, that's a lot.
120.
That is a lot of area. Plus, it uses a lot of the product. So it's not like you can just go down and buy a little sample bottle. And
yeah, it's funny you say that, right? So like, there's a lot of automotive abrasive companies that sell a 250 milliliter, polish.
Yeah,
250 mLs with a heavy cut compound, you're maybe going down, 4 feet down the hall and you're done.
Yeah, you're not making it. No. You're not making it.
And that's why it's interesting, because I do. Last week, I should say, I did a demo for a company called Peel Clear.
Okay.
And they always like you to do a test out, and I come from the restoration world, so. but usually test outs in the restoration world are about that big. And
Sure.
if you can't make that perfect, you need to find a new profession, because it's like 1 or 2 passes, and that's not enough. So I did the whole side quarter panel on a 55 Chevy as a test out, because I like to have the whole thing. I like to have a larger area, a hood, a door, something that you can actually see the side. And the same thing is true with, like, when we were at Rashid's place. I can't remember how long Rashid, how big was that boat? It was like 7,000 feet long or something.
No, it wasn't that long.
It had 4 motors on the back.
Yeah.
He had to fold
Well,
the
if it
tire
had
just to
4
get it in.
motors, it's 40 feet plus.
It
Yeah,
was
oh,
like
yeah.
40 feet.
So the thing about that is that just to, like you said, do a test spot, you've got different areas on that substrate. Some are really dry. Maybe it sat in the sun and always pointed towards north. And so this side's worse than the other side. So you get different conditions and different reactions, even within the same boat, car, whatever you're working on. So I think that is, I really enjoyed doing that at Rashid's for a training, to have a large thing like that.
Large boat,
Plus, because of that, you can have multiple people on it. I know I've been to trainings where we did like a little tiny Lexus convertible, and there were like 7 trainees. And I'm like, there's no possible way everybody can be on this car. But on a 45-foot boat, everybody can be on a panel. So
yeah, it doesn't mean you're getting it done. So a couple points there, like I'd love to bring up. 39. So I was close, right? He said 4. Yep. You said 4 motors. I was in that ballpark. So a couple of things for anybody that's out there that hasn't played in the marine game, that's interested in playing in the marine game. A test spot is critical. Okay. A question that, because we host trainings too, if you guys aren't familiar. So we have, Starke certification courses. So for anybody that's out there, it's, really interested in getting dialed in on it, just know we do in-person trainings. And that's not necessarily a plug where I'm going. Where I'm going with this is, like, if you're going to get in the marine game and you're going to quote a job, where do you do that test spot? And I'm going to tell you, even in our training classes, the majority of the people get this answer wrong. And when I tell you, and here's the wrong answers: on the back of the boat, where they can see it, on the top. The true answer is in the worst spot.
In the worst spot.
The worst spot. Why? Because that is the area that's going to take you the longest to get the result. You don't want to do a test spot on the side that looks a little bit better, and essentially it's going to be easier to correct. And you quoted that. You quoted that job. Now you got to get to that tough side. Now what are you going to do? Now you just lost your butt. Okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Listen, key tip: worst spot.
Right.
Please.
Because that, I think that's the same universally. That's where you're going to get the worst case scenario.
Yes, you say that. I'm telling you.
Oh, I know. I know.
I hear it, man. I'm just trying to save you all some time.
Yep. Because if you do it in a spot that's easy to correct, and then you quote the job, and then you turn around and you go to the other side, and you're like, oh crap, this side's been in the sun longer. Now, Jody had a pink boat for a while. It originally was red, but it turned pink over the time.
Just in that back southwest corner, man. And that was a perfect example, right? You got around to the east side, and if you quoted that side, it would have been an easy job. But that southwest side on the sun, baby.
And I'm gonna jump over to the other side. In your business, the picture that the customer is gonna send you is the best side.
No. Yeah, yes, but it's normally followed with, it's not that bad.
Not that bad.
Oh yeah, no, there's no fish in there.
It's always that bad. Just remember that. And no boat ever just needs a wax.
No.
But I think the cool part about that is that, like, you get a bunch of people jumping in on a training, and Rashid had a great customer. The guy let him take the boat out the next day and go fishing and playing, and I think that having customers that are loyal to you, that trust you to do that is fantastic. I mean, that's what I'm always blown away whenever we go to, like, a marine training, the amount of money that these folks are trusting you with. And that's the key. They're trusting you with something that costs, hundreds of thousands of dollars. and to just let you do that is great. I mean, we took a black boat at Rashid's place. It was horrible at the start. A little intro we do. You can see that black boat, and we're hammering on it. I was joking with Jody beforehand because it's a little short clip of me with a palm sander in my hand, and the amount of gel coat that's coming out of
Oh, where'd you go?
On that thing. So it is it's crazy how much both two things. It's crazy how much people spend on their boats. It's also crazy how much abuse they give their boats. And but it's fun because a boat has so much give to it. If a gel coated boat, holy crap, you can really cut into that thing. So
generally it's 20 to 22 mils thick. So 5 times thicker generally than automotive.
Oh
Wow.
yeah. So unless it's that panel. The funny part about this panel, you guys got to go out to our YouTube channel and watch this video when it comes out. It's the quarter panel off 55 Chevy. It has 94 mils in the center because the Bondo is so thick that it is so. It's like a half an inch thick. It is the most.
Get the hammer.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Oh, and it looks good. It looks good. Whoever did it was a Bondo artist because it looks good. But you got a lot of material there to work with. So
yeah,
a little more than a boat, but
a little bit. So let's talk about that because marine products are a different beast, right? You're dealing.
Agreed.
Especially in Florida and the coastal areas, you got salt, sun. Humidity, the whole nine, versus here in Idaho, we just got lakes, right?
And
so
sun.
And sun, a lot of baking sun, and then the extreme cold. So talk about the challenge of that from a product perspective.
Well, I mean, for the most part, where you're really going to see the true difference between a marine grade product, abrasive wise, we're going to talk abrasive first, is the level of aggression, right? And I'll use an example. So we have a phenomenal product, which is a medium polish in our world. So medium is Elevate. Anybody that's ever used Elevate knows what I'm talking about. It's goated. And those of you that haven't tried it on automotive paint, you're missing out because all I'm going to tell you, it's equivalent to a heavy in the marine in the automotive world. So a marine medium is an automotive heavy. So think about that for a second. I have 3 other levels above Elevate. So I have Blaze that goes up from there. We have Level R, and then we have a product called Quicksand. So Quicksand is equivalent to like 800 dry sanding scratches, if that tells you anything. So it's rowdy. So it gets pretty crazy. And then from there, we have Level R that'll pull 600 to 800 sanding scratches. We have Blaze that pulls 800 sanding scratches, and this is out of gel coat. Quicksand will pull 400 out of standard gel coat and 600 out of tooling gel. So if y'all are familiar with tooling gel, that's 3 times harder than standard gel coat. So the true difference is the level of aggression for one, when it comes to marine abrasives, right? When it comes to sealants and things, you guys hit the nail on the head, right? So I think we all would agree that the automotive environment is a little less harsh than marine saltwater environment.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So when you're doing, formulating sealants, you have to figure A, porous substrate, right? And B, the environment that it's dealt with. So like when we go to formulate that, generally everything that we do is a little bit more robust, just because we are dealing with those environments.
Oh yeah.
So that's really where the difference really falls between marine and automotive. Can you use some automotive in marine? Yeah, I mean, people have been doing that for years.
Right.
But I think what we've done a really good job of as a whole, as a company, is listening to feedback from our customers. And majority of new formulations, new products, new releases came from the brains from somebody that's in the field, not somebody sitting behind a desk. And a lot of times not somebody even affiliated with us, like, that's on the payroll, if you get what I'm saying. Like, this is like, you use some like an example, like somebody from like Rashid. Rashid's just a big supporter of us because he truly is a supporter of us. He doesn't get compensated, but we're open to that feedback and like, hey, we have, how can we make this better, or can we make this, save us a step and things like that. And that's what we're constantly thinking and trying to come up with ways to make the job easier. Is it adding more lubrication for more cycling time? Is it, adding a bigger abrasive for a more aggressive cut, but adding a finer diminishing abrasive to help refine that after that cut so it doesn't leave such aggressive sanding scratches? Like, these are the things that we're always thinking about. We have a new pad that's coming out soon. I hate to like talk about that pad, but like it hasn't been done yet in the space. But unfortunately, it's going to come later. Drew Lawrence is one of our trainers that we just brought on, and it came from his brain, and he's just mad it ain't out already. We've got some other things that we have to release before that. I think those of you that are out there that are listening, I'll let the cat out of the bag, man. Like, we got sandpaper coming. We're going to go from soaps, to abrasives, to maintenance and wash care, now our own sandpaper line too. And we're going to be the first company in the marine space to have this technology in the United States. So just so you know, it's
Stuff's happening.
Awesome. Get excited. We're literally trying to be your one-stop shop where you can be confident in anything that you grab with us. We're not going to put our name on something that's going to be inferior. I can assure you that. And then, yeah, man, it's exciting.
That's cool.
Stuff. Dude,
I want to jump back. I want to jump back to something you said about people that compare the automotive to the marine world.
Yeah.
And if you think about it this way, I can take a boat and I can do everything the right way, and I can coat it and do everything, and then it's going to sit in the marina for the entire season, just out there soaking in the salt water. Take your car and do the same thing. Take the car with automotive products and let it sit in the salt water for 4.5 months.
I think we've all seen it. I watch those cars migrate from the north to Florida, and I can always tell which one lived its life outside of Florida. Trust me.
Yep.
It's pretty similar.
And that's the thing, is the automotive products, so that's just a comparison there. And I think the abrasive qualities is a huge difference.
Sure.
The first time somebody sees how aggressive you can be on a boat with gel coat, I think it scares automotive people because you cannot be anywhere near that aggressive.
No, it is not uncommon for us to sand with 400 grit.
Yep.
How common is it in the automotive world?
Yeah, exactly. Well, if you want to get on a bare body shop, if you want to get on a bare body shop,
if you do it, you're repainting generally.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're doing correction. Sure. We're removing oxidation with that. So,
and I think that's the key. But the worlds are so different in the needs of that too. I mean, the marine world is so different, and you've got the interiors are completely different, and they're always coming out with new products to make it harder for detailers to work.
Well, and that's an interesting point, because I think a lot of automotive detailers, they're thinking about getting into the marine world. So what do you think catches them most often when they're trying to expand into that space?
Like what they do wrong?
Yes, what they do wrong.
Leave the DA for polishing only. Do not ever try to utilize a dual action polisher to remove oxidation.
Right.
Ever. Biggest mistake by far.
Yep.
And most of them will go, whoa, what do you mean? Well, if you know how the action of the tool works and what you're trying to do, you'll understand. Those of you out there that have ever tried to use a dual action tool, and this is information for those that are trying to tackle RVs too, right? The same substrate, gel coat. If you use a DA, the action of the tool oscillates and rotates. So what it does is it pushes stuff towards the center. That's why the pads clog up. That's why they get inefficient and they're struggling to remove the product, right?
Yep.
And they're burning through pads. Like, oh my God, what are they doing? Well, the rotary is a single fixed motion. So while you're cutting, it's also extracting at the same time.
Yep.
Okay. So anytime you tackle a gel coated substrate, you gotta put a rotary in your hand first.
Right.
If you don't, you're gonna blow through pads. You're not gonna be efficient, and you're not gonna have a cut. I mean that. I know the automotive world has this rotary DA battle.
Yeah.
There ain't no battle in the marine world. I can
No.
assure you.
No,
Yeah,
not
there's
at
no
all.
Rotary,
battle.
baby,
There's
like Chris says,
no.
rotary.
I'm DA guy. I'm rotary guy. No, you run both.
Yeah.
We don't argue that point.
Well, the one that
Ever.
I think the biggest example I can give people is, have you ever seen, let's say there's in this neck of the world, Sea Ray boat with emblems that are actually on the boat, not a sticker, but like actual chrome emblems on some of them. And you'll see shiny, 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 dull around the emblem. And the reason why is because they tried to take a tiny DA and finish out the polish around those letters. Put a big old long extension.
You know what the real answer is?
Tool and get it. And
what the real answer is?
What's that?
Remove them.
Correct.
Period.
Remove them. But if you're not going to, you've got to use a rotary tool up against there. You've got to get a little rotary.
That's gonna give you a better result.
Right.
The real result is remove them.
Yep.
So some people go, well, what if the customer doesn't want to do that? Well, if you're budgeting the job, budget the letters in them. That way they can't say yes or no. That is the real answer. Okay.
Yep. Exactly.
Truth be told. Because say you have a customer that's going to get full-blown correction with oxidation. It's got ceramic coating. You're going to charge them $5,000-$6,000. But you're going to leave little tidbits of oxidation through those. You're never going to get it all out.
Right.
No
You're
way.
not. Right.
I don't care who you are. You're never going to get it all out. So the real answer is remove them and not replace them, or replace them.
Yep.
Again, just budget it in the job. That way they can't tell you no. It's that simple.
Yep. Absolutely.
But you are correct. The rotary.
The rotary is the only way you're going to get that. You're never going to get it out of there, especially with oxidation. It's a losing battle, because what will happen is you might make the very top surface shine for the 15 minutes that the client picks it up, but it's going to be a return, because they're going to go, hey, 5 minutes later it's oxidized again, and that's going to reflect on you. Correct. See what I did there? Reflect on you. Yeah. It's going to reflect on you, not on the boat. So, and that's what, there's so many people I see that, one of the really cool guys that we met, this is crazy, but we met him at Nathan Warren's shop, is Mike's Marine Care.
Yep.
And Mike is, he's like a rotary god. Same as Kirk Evans. Kirk Evans.
I wonder why. Because he's buffing on these big old substrates.
So that's the thing, is a lot of people in the automotive world are scared of a rotary because they hear how much it can remove, but that's a combination. There's like 3 or 4 things there. You've got the abrasives, you've got the whatever polish you're using, and you've got yourself. And if people, I don't care how aggressive it is, think about the first time you picked up a circular saw. You can be too aggressive with a circular saw and burn the blade up in one cut.
No doubt.
But with a rotary, you can also be extremely gentle. You can put a foam pad on a rotary and finish stuff out beautifully. We did that up in Canada at Paolo's shop up there, and I got thrown into a thing where they're like, okay, you're teaching rotary. And I was like, that's fine. We're going to finish with a rotary, because nobody thinks you can, and I know you can.
Yes, you can. So what do you guys have?
I'd argue that point, unfortunately.
Yeah, all right, let's argue it. Let's argue it. Let's go.
So let's hear what is your take on that?
So you still have a fixed motion, right?
Yes, sir.
So how do you finish with a rotary when it's creating a fixed motion? I'm going to tell you, and there's one word that abrasive companies use. It's called fillers. Right?
Yeah.
We have 0 in ours. Here's why. Not are we just about correction, we're also about protection. Right. So if I'm putting a sacrificial filler that's on a surface, right, how is that going to affect how it bonds?
Right. So you can't, I mean, fillers are one way.
Sure, right? Then the other aspect is don't get me wrong. Like, I can make a surface look amazing with a rotary tube.
Yep.
Swirl free. I've done it. New pads, fresh polish, right? However, when you're dealing with a substrate, let's say a 30-foot boat, how consistent are you ever going to be to not have a single bit of contamination all the way across that boat, right? All it takes is a one little something to get into your pad.
Bad.
That fixed motion, I'm sorry, you're going to see it, okay? And then us as a brand as a whole, we are all about lights. I think we're the only marine company out there not afraid of black, truth be told. Like, we put high-powered lights on everything. So, yes, can you have a flawless finish in a small spot? Good luck creating that amongst the 35-foot hole where you're going around multiple times and not get one bit of contamination. It's impossible. It's impossible. I challenge anybody to do it. I challenge anybody in person. Prove me wrong. It has never been done, and it never will be, because it's the motion of the tool and your chances of contamination all the way across.
I think the gauntlet just got thrown down on Kirk Evans.
Well, and I think that the key to that is the size of the substrate. I think that's the important piece there. A 40-foot black boat on the side versus, like, I could take a car and I can break it up into panels: front fender, door, rear door, little quarter panel.
Cleaning your pads. You know, you can be more meticulous on your tools, right? And what you're using. Again, let's back up a little bit too. Where's the difference generally of the environment of the automotive world and the marine world? Where's generally automotive correction done?
Inside of a shop.
Where's generally marine correction done?
Not inside of a shop. At the marina.
We're outside.
And the key there is also
all right, Kirk,
I don't want to do it. I will.
Do it, baby.
I think the key there is also the let's talk about a different substrate for a minute that's in the boat world. Let's talk about like pontoons and polishing. Yeah. Right? You don't finish with a rotary on aluminum because, I mean, some people are going to do that, but there's pads and there's things. But you've got to blend it. There's always an area where you're cutting between those cuts. And I think that's the problem, is blending that when you're polishing any kind of aluminum or stainless steel or metal in general. You've got to be able to finish out those spots in between your areas, right? Because if you go in a box like everybody does, there's an area there where you've got to go blend it when you're done. And I think that is some of the stuff where detailers also can get lost in, and I don't think it's ego, I think it's perfectionism, right? I can get lost trying to make the side of this thing look perfect, and you've got to keep in mind what's the customer's expectations. If the customer's expectations are protection and, hey, can I hammer this boat? I go out fishing every weekend and I just want to get all the green crap off of it and the line where it's been sitting in the water for 6 months. And other than that, I'm trading this in next year. Right?
Yeah, that's your rotary only customer, maybe.
Yep. And versus, there you go, 50-50. And that's what a lot of people don't understand what that means. We talked about that when I was talking about spraying this peel clear on. 50-50 overlap. It's not like when you're mowing the lawn and you have to have a little bit over where you last did. It's literally, you spray, you've got a 12-inch pattern. You're at 6 inches for your next spray. You are eliminating that haze you get when you're polishing, and you don't go far enough. And I think what that is like you were saying, and I like the way you put that, is if you look at a DA and it's bringing stuff to the middle, if you miss that 50%, you are polishing heavily in 2 spots and you're missing the center. Same with a rotary. If you're not covering that 50%, you're leaving a spot that is not getting touched as much. And I think that's where we drive ourselves crazy as detailers, that perfectionism of trying to make it perfect. And man, there's nothing that's perfect. You know that when you're into it.
There's no such thing as perfect paint. There's no such thing as perfect gel coat. I can assure you that.
No. You can stand on it for days and months
Yeah.
and weeks, and it won't be perfect. So
I don't know. The way you've been going after your truck, you think you could get it.
that
I think
is
he's
the
repainted
perfect-
his truck 3 times.
that is the perfect example.
As
of-
long as it's
dude,
not
learn your
GM
own
black, you're
lesson.
good. As long as it's not GM black, you're good.
No, it's not
No,
GM
it's
black.
just beautiful.
But it-
red.
but it-
What do you mean? Automotive detailers love GM black, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. It's the best paint in
always.
the world.
That's why I'm wearing a black shirt.
That's right. You can flick it and go click. Oh crap! I just cracked it. So
Oh man, it's great.
yeah, and I think that's another really good topic in the marine world. What are, without any boat manufacturers hopefully watching, there are, just like in automotive, there are certain manufacturers that are worse.
Oh,
than
you want to
others,
know what
right?
to run from? I can tell you.
Yes.
If you hear the word Carver, you double it or run.
That's exactly what Angela said.
Oh yeah. Well, you can see it. Like if you look at certain RVs, right?
Mhm.
If you look down an RV and you hit it with the lights, you can see the lines.
Mike's Marine Care will back me up on that one. I
Yeah.
can assure you.
You can see it. You can see where it's not finished well from the factory. And I think that's just part of the knowledge that comes with being in the industry, is knowing, hey, I got this Carver, and you're like, this is you add a 0.
Oh no, yeah, double it
Add
or
2
run.
zeros.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. And then if you want to know the good one, y'all already said it earlier, I think, but it might have been before we started. Is Sea-Ray. Their gel coat is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Got great Joko.
Oh, do they ever, man? Like they'll look terrible and they'll come back looking like a shiny penny, brand new shiny penny.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's the thing is, like, I had a Mariah, right? It's a little 18-foot Mariah up here in Idaho. That's pretty much what everybody has. You know, even though we know you got to go over 20 feet or it's choppy, we all get these little teeny crappy boats. But the Mariah is a really good built boat, and it was really good. It was easier to deal with that because of the substrate. It was a lot smoother than some of the other stuff I've seen. But it's one of those things where I was like, dude, you marine detailers are insane, because it is so hard. I don't think somebody that's been strictly automotive understands that the amount of work that is involved in a boat. You know, with a car, you know, the interior is hard, and yes, you got to bend over and you got to do all that stuff. With a boat, man, you're in,
Your
you're out,
shoulders,
you're in,
baby.
you're in and you're out, and you're doing this, and you're doing that, and your tornado doesn't do shit because it just blows the dust right back inside. And it is a lot of physical work to do a boat, and that's why you can charge more for that. Because
Oh yeah. So another thing too that I think is overlooked, the difference between automotive and marine detailers too, you'll see less of mouthing off between different marine detailers and hate. You know how like automotive guys like, oh, you're my competition, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
You really don't get that as much. No, it still happens. Don't get me wrong, but it's a lot less.
Yeah.
Any guesses why?
Because they all need to work with each other on those long boats.
Good luck doing a 50 or 70-foot boat by yourself.
By yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Good luck. Let me know how it works out for you.
Yeah.
It ain't going to be good.
No.
So as a whole, I think just what I've seen, there's a greater respect for one another. Yes, they're competition, but a lot of times they leverage each other to get big jobs done. So, and the guys and gals that do bigger boats will support me in what I'm saying. And I mean, I've seen Mike's Marine Care. I've seen multiple people that are even watching this now be in a different state and going, "Hey guys, I need some help."
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
They're all on it. As a matter of fact, there was one the other day. So that is a difference. I'm telling you, if you automotive guys and gals try to get in the marine game, just know don't bring that hate over the marine world. It ain't gonna work for you too well.
You're gonna need the help.
No, and I think that's good advice for any industry. I don't care if you're an automotive
100%.
worked on nothing but Mercedes your whole life. Great, you have a lot of knowledge
100%.
about Mercedes. But when you go into a different world, you can't. There's some knowledge that transfers across all of it.
Yes.
But the
100%.
knowledge of
Yep.
how to work on Mercedes paint versus, and I'm talking about years too. You could be a classic Mercedes guy or a classic Ferrari guy, and it doesn't give you any advantage on a new one. It doesn't make any difference. And it's, unless you're somebody that has done every substrate in the world, which none of us have.
Nope.
You don't know everything. And I think that's one of the keys to, like, when Jody and I go to a training, we don't know everything, right? We're willing to try anything, but we don't know everything. And you got to go into it with a really humble, right?
You got to be open-minded. I can't tell you how many times we've had a training, and like when we do our trainings too, we don't do test spots on the boats or anything like that to act like we're the end all be all or this process is exact every single time. Granted, we have a surface restore system that's probably going to get you what you need 90 to 95% of the time. But there's those times where you're really trying to chase perfection that we struggle with. And like some of our certification classes, like, have seen it firsthand to watch our training team diagnose and try to figure out, like, hey, this ain't working. Like, and we got to think outside the box, whether it's machine, pad, speed, abrasive, and come up with what works in that instance. So you guys hit it nail on the head on that. Like, you don't always know, and it's not always going to be the same. So your experience is what you got to leverage to know, do I need to change my pad? Do I need to change the speed? Do I need to change my tool? Do I need to change my abrasive? Right. There's so many different variances there.
This is the thing right here. And I want to key in on this is Rashid's share the knowledge. I think that's what's important is people that, and I love to hang around and work with people that are willing to share their knowledge, that are more than willing to share their knowledge. And there's a great video. I've got to get it out on the internet. We were at,
what are you waiting for?
I just,
probably me giving me the video, so I do it.
We're at MTE, and we're staying in a house with the guys from the Details the Roundtable. Mike's Marine Care's there.
Yeah. Y'all get a big old house.
Yeah, it was fun.
Not at the house though. We didn't get an invite. We're not cool enough.
Well, no, next year you'll have to.
So,
okay.
We
hear that, Kirk?
Kirk Evans, Rashid Baker, Rain was there. We were there. Mike's Marine Care was there that night, and everybody else. The industry's out partying, doing whatever. We're standing around this massive marble counter, and Kirk is polishing. He's explaining to this guy how to polish. They literally broke out a polisher and started polishing on this counter to get this guy comfortable using a polisher. So sharing that knowledge, some people just inherently want to do that. And that is what I think is important. There you go. You're officially invited next year. There you go. but that's the thing is that those people that you hang around are what you're going to kind of put back, right? If you hang around a lot of people that are giving knowledge, it's just naturally a thing you want to do. And I think that's what's important is surround yourself with good people that want to help other people, and you're going to be in a great spot.
Yeah, no gatekeeping here, buddy.
So Rashid wanted us to ask about the new packaging and the deal with West Marine.
Okay, so new packaging for one, super exciting. Luckily, I have one sitting right behind me. So one thing that is funny, like you guys are talking about, is like sharing the knowledge, right? And one thing that we've tried to do for anybody that's really trying to get in the marine game is to simplify it as much as possible. Okay. So we've had our own pad line for a little while, and we're consistently trying to expand it, right? Trying to find things that is going to speed up a process or give you a better result. It has to fit in one of those two categories, essentially, for us to even look at. So as you guys know, like you have big brands like Buff and Shine and Lake Country and RoadFS, they're all fantastic. Please use their stuff too. The thing that just we're trying to do different is having an actual process on the pad to simplify it. So an example, all of our dual action pads are not foam. We only have wool. And that surprises a lot of people. We're like, why don't you have foam pads? Well, there's a reason. But essentially, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. We can do that later if you want. But to Rashid's point, we have our new pads. Oh, I lost you. There you go.
There, we're back.
Okay.
We're back.
These are our new pad bags. Okay. Everybody has a clear bag, right? Pretty fancy, but where we kind of separated ourselves is we have our whole surface restore system that's on the back of this pad bag.
Nice.
What it tells you is what product, what tool, and what pad. Then after that, what product, what tool, what pad. After that, what product, what tool, what pad, to get you the result. So if you've never messed in the marine game and you follow that, I can assure you, even those of you that have never messed with marine, are going to be 100% satisfied.
Yep. And I'll give you an example of why that's brilliant. And it's from, I don't know, 40, 50 years. The recipe for Nestle Toll House cookies is on the back of the chocolate chip bag. And there's a reason for that, because they want you to constantly grab that bag when you're making cookies. And I do. You can tell right here, because that didn't.
Oh, dude, brother. So, if I'm backed up, trust me, I ain't skipping one either.
But the thing is, that is great.
I love some cookies.
The reference on the back of that bag is going to help people out, and not just with that current pad. I can guarantee you that somebody's going to have that thing and put it up there so they can look at it. And I think that's something small, but that's something that helps your clients, like you said, speed it up, give them some knowledge, and then they can expect it, because we can't all memorize every single pad combination of every single vehicle.
And you're right. And here's the other thing that it's really helped the marine detailer, because a lot of times they start hiring people. Right? Like we talked about. Generally, one person ain't doing a boat. You're going to need multiple people. Here's their SOP. This is their standing operating procedure for their new hire on what to do now, step 2, step 3. It's there. And this is on every bag. White wool pad, yellow wool pad, our DA pads.
Yeah,
all of them. It's on all of them. And like, you can see here where it says step 3 finish.
Yeah. Oh,
you have a pre-step, step 1, step 2, and and finish.
Yeah.
So
you need to put that into dog readable for Mike so that his new partner can.
Well, it's available on our website if you want to see it too. Just so you guys know, our website has a how-to and educational section. I promise you, there is so much information on there that'll make most of you like, cool, I think I can do this marine game now.
Yep.
I love this Mike Marine Scare. That is perfect, Ken. I have them playing around in the shop with different pads and chems to see how they work and what works for them.
Yeah.
This eliminates guessing. Having it on the pad package is a rock star move. Yep. Yes, it is.
It is.
So.
And again, it's not an end all be all, but I'll tell you, it'll cover 90 to 95%. And you'll be like, all right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, and that's the thing is a lot of people, I read this stuff. I read everything. When I get something, I read the instructions, I look at it, and then if I need to make adjustments, I do, right? We were talking about me spraying a couple weeks ago, and there's a specific air pressure. I like to go about 2 PSI higher because it's a different atomization when it comes out of my gun. I test it the way they want me to do it, and then I adjust. It's kind of like doing a recipe again. Follow the recipe. If you like.
So you read the directions?
Yes, I do.
Oh, he's all about the directions.
But is he the guy that asked for help at Home Depot? I'm curious.
Not generally, no. No.
This guy reads directions.
I'll walk around for 20 minutes before I ask for help.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. I do too.
And I just jump in and start trying, right? And then I'll ask direct to help.
Yeah. But I do read the directions.
That's awesome. So
no, I'm glad you like that.
So these are already available. This system's already available. Do you guys have new products coming out this summer?
So I already kind of hinted to you guys that sandpaper's coming. Yeah. So three different ones. So we have like a mesh style, foam interface style, and then a production style. Nice. And that's that comes with just a lot of people asking for something different, something to be more efficient. We've been blessed enough to as a whole, as a brand, to be the abrasive company for a lot of OEM manufacturers too, in the boat world. And when I mean big names, like I ship out 144 gallons of my heavy cut to one particular one once a month. If that tells you anything. It's crazy. So, and the only reason I bring that up, guys, is I think that speaks volumes, because there's no amount of marketing that is going to make a multi-million-dollar facility to drop big names, like my competition has big names, right? To make a switch to us. Like, why would they do that? You know, I could have the greatest marketing in the world, but at the end of the day, if they're not getting a better result more efficiently, those companies aren't going to make a change. And,
Right.
and when I tell you, like, you know, for privacy reasons, like off camera, I'll tell you it's fine. But here, like, I'm talking big names have made the switch since in the last year as a whole. So we've been very blessed with that. And they're using our pads too, like, which is crazy. You know, not all pads are created equal. You say they are, but like, there's efficiency side. One thing that I could say that I could publicly state is we are currently the only brand that has a metal inserted quick connect pad for a wool. Most of them, so everybody's familiar with 3M, right? They patented the quick connect back in the old days. Well, that patent expired. So everybody and their mother created like a quick connect style pad, like the Allen head hole for the double-sided. But they've been plastic and forever. Well, we already alluded that boat people, like, we're aggressive, like we're pushing. They don't hold up too well in the marine space. They'll pop off. And I literally had one when I was doing a demo at an OEM manufacturer, and I'm doing my yellow wool second step, and beep, boom, popped off. I'm like, that is embarrassing. Like, I can't keep selling this. Like, there's no way we could do it. So the end all be all was to essentially come up with the first ever metal insert, which is what we have currently, and the only one to have it currently. Granted, I have really good relationships with Buff and Shine and Lake Country and RoadFS. They're great partners. They go, hey, Ken, you know, we are going to come out with one. I get it. I was first.
That's right.
So,
that's
I
a
was
thing.
first.
That's every product company. You know, it's funny. Us in the software space, people will be like, what makes you different? And I'm like, well, somebody may come out with something, but we're going to do the same thing. And when we come out with something, they're going to do the same thing. And that's fine. That's just that just shows you that you're doing something right.
You have a good idea.
Oh, I know, man. I've had so many competitors as of recent copy our labels. Like, they almost look the same. They have the same background, or they do the same color for maintenance and wash care in their abrasive line. And like, it hurts me in a way when I see it. I'm like, man, y'all are copying me, but in a way it's kind of a compliment too. Like, I guess we're setting the standard, right? So
we are setting a standard, man.
I mean, it's cool in a way.
Yeah, it is fun. Well, do you have any, you know, we got about 5 more minutes here, but do you have any training events or anything that you'd like to highlight?
Yeah. So anybody that's ever interested in getting in the marine game, we have our Starke certification courses. I would encourage you to take a look at that. A couple of things that I would also like to point out is, if you are a professional, again, this only goes for professionals. We do have a program that is meant for professionals only, that, you know, rely on detailing as a whole for their livelihood. So again, we require, you know, a lot of documents to prove that, but we give special pricing for that. You can fill out for that on our website underneath the professional tab. Also there, if you plan on attending one of our certification courses, there's a different discount tier from there. And the only reason we do that is essentially they end up getting their money back, because now they understand our systems. They understand our level of expectation too, because we're trying to set a standard here. They end up getting their money back. And do a deeper dive, you'll see what we're talking about. But if you ever are interested in any of the certification courses, you go to our website. There is a tab right there. It says Starke certification course. You can click there. and it'll pull up all the ones that we have for the year. Okay.
Yeah.
Majority of the ones are held in Fort Myers, Florida. However, we have our mass distributors, which is Marine Detail Supply Company. Some of them are hosted there. So I think there's one next month, or there's one this month here in Fort Myers, but generally sell out about 2 or 3 months in advance. Full transparency. So if that's something you want to do, see it, click on it, schedule it. But there is one that we open due to demand in Fort Lauderdale, Marine Detail Supply in Fort Lauderdale next month. So you can jump on that one. And then we do have plans, no specific dates as of yet, but I think we plan on hosting one in Danvers, Massachusetts. So we have a Marine Detail Supply up there. And we may do another one in Charleston, South Carolina. I'm unsure of that. But the best way to know is, follow us on our social media platform. Instagram is where we communicate the most. But you could also, again, check out our website. Once one's posted, it'll be there.
Yep.
We need a course at MMC. I have 3 already enrolled.
I know, Mike, I know, brother. I hear you. However, full transparency, it's only ever going to be held at a headquarters. A certification course doesn't mean we can't do like a marine training or something, but an official Starke certification course is only going to be held at the headquarters or a Marine Detail Supply company that can host it.
Well, that's super exciting, man.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, Rod.
This has been really great. I think we a lot of times in the detailing world, we all think cars and to jump into something like boats this time of the year, especially Jody always thinks boats.
I always
But
think
this
boats.
This is busy time too.
Oh yeah, this is a busy time
Chaos.
for everybody in the boat world, and so tune in next time.
Next
see some
week,
more
yeah.
fun. But
Volume 2. No.
Yeah, volume 2.
We're gonna have to do a volume 2. I'd like to dig in a little deeper with this. So
Yeah. Happy to do it, guys. I appreciate
it's always
it.
a great conversation, and we appreciate you giving us our time, guys. If you're not familiar with the Starke Marine Care line, go out to StarkeYachtCare.com. Check it out. Check out the.
We have a full list of all our distributors that's on there. Or you can, order directly from us. So again,
and then also go out to the YouTube channel, subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff, and we'll keep going and having more people on here and get.
So we are 7 episodes. This is 593. So we'll be 6 episodes away from 600.
Wow.
So that's going to be
incredible. Congrats,
really
boys.
fun.
That's insane.
Wow. I know it is.
If I had $1 for every episode,
that'd be pretty good.
I could almost
you wouldn't be that rich.
No, we wouldn't.
I
could almost fill up the truck.
fill up my and the boat with fuel. So there you go.
Well, thank you so much, Ken, and thank you everybody for tapping in. Rashid, everybody, Mike's Marine Care, the whole 9, all you guys. We love you guys. Kirk Evans, and please remember to like.
Kirk, I'll be waiting for that invitation in the mail, bud.
There you go.
Yes, so we will check you next year. We'll take Expo in our Airbnb. That'll be fun.
We'll be there.
Yeah,
countertops.
That's right. Well, you have a great day, brother, and you guys will check you same time, same bad channel, just next week. See ya.